Please see the link in the description to download a worksheet for this video. If you've not already watched the video on word forms part 1, then we suggest that you watch that video before watching this one. This is the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. This is the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Here we can see them both from this picture taken high above the National Mall. The distance from the Washington Monument to the Lincoln Memorial is about 1 mile. This is a small town called Falls Church. It's in Virginia. The distance from the Washington Monument to Falls Church, Virginia is 10 miles. Please note that the number 10 is 10 times greater than the number 1. For example, if we start with 1 and multiply it by 10, then we get a total of 10. 10 is 10 times more than 1. This is a small town called Luray Caverns. It's also in Virginia. The distance from the Washington Monument to Luray Caverns is about 100 miles. Please note that the number 100 is 10 times greater than the number 10. For example, if we start with 10 and multiply it by 10, then we get a total of 100. 100 is 10 times more than 10. This is a big city in Minnesota called Minneapolis. The distance from the Washington Monument to Minneapolis is about 1,000 miles. Please note that the number 1,000 is 10 times greater than the number 100. For example, if we start with 100 and multiply it by 10, then we get a total of 1,000. 1,000 is 10 times more than 100. This is a big city in Australia called Brisbane. The distance from the Washington Monument to Brisbane is 10,000 miles. Please note that the number 10,000 is 10 times greater than the number 1,000. For example, if we start with 1,000 and multiply it by 10, then we get a total of 10,000. 10,000 is 10 times more than 1,000. The distance from the Washington Monument to about halfway to the moon is 100,000 miles. Please note that the number 100,000 is 10 times greater than the number 10,000. For example, if we start with 10,000 and multiply it by 10, then we get a total of 100,000. 100,000 is 10 times more than 10,000. Here's a summary. Every time we move down this list by multiplying a number by 10, the number's value goes up by 10 times. We usually write the place values in a horizontal line like this. Every time we move one place value to the left, the place value's value goes up by 10 times. All place values have a special relationship with their neighbors to their left and their right. As an example, here's the number 20. If we multiply 20 by 10, then the new number is 200. The digit 2 moves one place value to the left. The number's new value has gone up by 10 times. Here's another example. This time, we'll start with the number 200. If we multiply 200 by 10, then the new number is 2,000. The 2-digit moves one place value to the left. The new value has gone up by 10 times. We call this place value relationships. It's so important that we'll demonstrate this with another example. This bottle holds 2 liters of juice. This bucket holds 20 liters of water. Please note that the number 20 is 10 times greater than the number 2. If we start with 2 and multiply it by 10, then we get 20. Each of these barrels can hold 200 liters of water. Please note that the number 200 is 10 times greater than the number 20. If we start with 20 and multiply it by 10, then we get 200. This inflatable pool holds 2,000 liters of water. Please note the number 2,000 is 10 times greater than the number 200. If we start with 200 and multiply it by 10, then we get 2,000. This tanker truck can hold 20,000 liters of water. Please note that the number 20,000 is 10 times greater than the number 2,000. If we start with 2,000 and multiply it by 10, then we get 20,000. Each of these tanker wagons can hold 100,000 liters of water. That means that 2 of them hold 200,000 liters of water. Please note that the number 200,000 is 10 times greater than the number 20,000. If we start with 20,000 and multiply it by 10, then we get 200,000. Just as we saw with the examples with distances measured in miles, this example with volume measured in liters follows the same place value relationship. Each time we move one place value to the left, the place value's value goes up by 10 times. Thanks for your attention.